Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Onte, man, and I am just glad to be back, man. We're on episode 34, and it feels amazing, and I feel way much better. So, if you guys don't know as to what happened to me last week, as to why I haven't been updating you guys with anything or even doing an episode last week, well, last week and then the week before that, a couple weeks before that, man, I was just going through the most crazy sickness ever. I got down. COVID hit me. How about that? I say it on to you guys, man. I got hit with COVID, and it was really really bad, man. It was pretty insane. I've been dodging COVID for 2 years now, and then all of a sudden I just get it. So it's pretty crazy, but I feel 100% a lot better now, and I'm glad to be back on the mic, man. And it just feels absolutely great to be back. As you may know, we are on Alpha Talk episode 34, and there's a few things that I want to talk about today. I'm going to make this one a little bit short and easy today due to the fact of me having to go to work at a very short time. So, for today's episode, man, we're going to hop right into it. And then for the first topic that I have today, I have only two topics for this episode. But for today's episode, I have two very important topics, man, that I just want to run over real quick and just it's going to lead into what we're going to talk about next week once we go into the new week as for next week's show. But for this episode for today, man, the first topic I have is giving yourself space. And I know a lot of people are like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Give yourself space. What do you mean by that? Well, basically what I mean by that is understanding like it's okay to grind hard all day, every day, 24/7, doing what you got to do, making sure you're getting the bag, making sure you're knocking down your goals and shooting for your dreams and stuff like that. But also you got to remember at the end of the day that you are a human being, and some of us are at a very young age or at like the halfway point of getting to 30. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, we're old," but really we're just young and we have a long way to go. But what I like, it just you got to understand, like we are humans. We are at a very young age, and we need to understand that it's okay for us to go hard every day and grind for our goals and ambitions and go, shoot for our dreams. Like, I'm not telling nobody to stop doing that, because obviously I want to do that, and there's places I want to be, and there's stuff that I want to do. But at the same time, you got to enjoy being young and enjoying our 20s at the same time as enjoying life and having fun and doing things, outside of what we want to go do. It's okay to sit there and have fun with what you're doing. You can't just always just be, one thing I'm starting to realize is you just can't always be serious all day. Like, yes, you want to be serious about your craft, your job, wherever you work at, or whatever you're doing, as an independent person, or whatever you're doing, if it's okay to be serious all the time, but then sometimes, you got to realize to yourself, like, I got to take a break, I got to be able to just relax and enjoy my time or my environment or wherever you live or your friends and family and stuff like that. Like, it's okay to just enjoy that moment in time. Everybody needs a little break from something. And so it's okay to give yourself that time and effort to have that break and to feel good about yourself, because a lot of us are very stressed out, and a lot of us are like going through a lot of stuff in our day-to-day life, like that kind of makes us mad and depressed, or just not in the mood to either talk to nobody or even do anything the next day or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you just gotta have the right mindset and make sure okay, bam, I'm gonna set this time for myself or with my friends. We're gonna go out, have some fun, maybe this weekend or something like that. But at the same time as you're giving yourself space from your serious work, you just got to understand, like, if I'm giving myself time to go have fun and go play around, go do some stuff, you don't want to also get sucked into that whole entire, like, oh man, I'm so, I want to go out and have fun and all this, that. But you got to realize, like, you don't want to get sucked into that. So it's really up to you to try to maintain that same exact consistency that you've been doing. It's okay to have fun, like I said, but you don't want to get sucked into that fun stuff all the time, you know what I mean, like that. So it's okay to have fun, but at the same time, it's business before pleasures. At the end of the day, you gotta take care of yourself and take care of whatever you're doing. So that's why I came up with the topic of giving yourself space, because there's a lot of stuff. Honestly, this past like these last couple weeks, actually like sitting down, not being able to do anything, and like actually absorbing everything that you see and that you see on social media or in person or whatever it is, I don't know, man. It just gives you that time to like sit back, gives your brain a second to think about like, dang, like all this stuff is going on and I haven't even been paying attention, or all this stuff, makes you wonder like, why do people do this or why do people do that? So that's why I came up with this topic on giving yourself a break, because giving yourself the time and the space that you need to recover, because recovery is important. It doesn't matter if you're working out or trying to get your mindset together or whatever it is that you're trying to do, man. It's important that you give yourself space. The same way how you would give a person space or whatever it is, or your coworker or whatever, you got to give yourself that time and space too. Or if you want to go have fun, take, like I always say, if you're going to take care of yourself and make sure yourself is good, you got to have some fun with it, do what you got to do and have some fun with it, because that's more important than anything, because self-love and all that stuff is important. But you could talk about it all day, but it's like, are you going to end up doing it? Because I will say, once you are working a lot and you're putting in that time and you're always putting in work, you're just got the mindset of just going, like just that freight train coming through and nobody can stop you. Like that right there, that mentality, like there's nothing wrong with that. I wish a lot of more people would actually think like that and have the same mindset to go for their goals and ambitions and stop messing around with their life and doing all this crazy stuff. Like, I appreciate and I salute to all the people out there that has that mindset, that goes out there and they're go-getters and don't stop what they're doing. But at the same time, it's like, you got to realize, like, you are and living life, but you want to have fun also. You know what I mean? Like, just have some fun with it. At the end of the day, you got to have fun whatever you like. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy doing my own podcast. I enjoy playing video games with my gaming team and all that stuff like that. Like, that stuff to me is very, very fun. But, like, at the end of the day, you want to find something that's truly fun to you. You don't want to be miserable and, like, sit there and, like, deal with something that you don't have passion for. Like, just like how people will go work at a job and they're always complaining about the job. They're always, fussing and hollering about the job. But it's like, bro, go work somewhere else. If you're going to sit there and complain, then why be there? You know what I mean? So, people are weird, and, you can call yourself weird or whatever it is, but you just got to understand, like, don't want to get sucked into this whole, like, you got to grind 24/7 all year round, don't give up, which all that is true as long as you're grinding, but at the same time of having fun, giving yourself that space to have recovery time to think about what's your next move going to be, then, like, that's okay. But people like to just have this stern mind where it's just like, I'm not gonna have no time to think, I'm not gonna think about nothing, I'm just going, which going with the flow is cool, but at the same time, you want to have a plan, you want to have an exit plan, and you want to have a blueprint of how you want your life to be and how you want your job to be, or whatever it is that you want to do in your life, because that's truly important. And understanding, like, taking that time to give yourself a break and taking that time to understand that I'm more important than anybody else, then that's good. Because, man, learning self-appreciation is something that I'm not really good at. Like, I'm very, very, like, I'm the type of person who will always beat themselves up even if I'm doing something good. You know what I mean? Like, not understanding, like, you're doing good, bro, but just don't beat yourself up about it. I'm very, very bad about that. So for the people out there that actually deals with that, man, you got to understand, like, can't always beat yourself up. Like, people are always going to tell you that, oh, man, you got to do this, or, oh, man, you got to do that. But, like, you just can't do that, because you got to take care of yourself, bro. Like, even though I was sick and couldn't even come on the podcast to even talk to you guys, like, it made me understand, like, man, I got to take care of myself more than what I'm already doing. You know what I mean? Like, understanding, like, when the Monday starts, I need to attack that Monday so I can attack the rest of the week the same way. Because if you think about it, man, if you start the week off wrong, or if you start your day off wrong, that impacts you, and that impacts the way you think. You might impact somebody else to have a bad day or be negative. So all that just plays in the role with, like, giving yourself space and time to appreciate yourself and appreciate what you got going on for yourself. It's important, bro. It's really important. And also, I want to like actually get back into reading because I feel like that's something I've been lacking on that I was doing a lot. Actually, taking time to spend time and take notes in your day. Like, a lot of people like to take notes in their day, just like their day to day life and how they move and stuff like that. Or, honestly, a lot of people like to take notes on what they see. Like, you'd be surprised. A lot of people like to journal and stuff like that. But I think everybody should start journaling and doing something and doing it something, a hobby that you enjoy. Like I said, you gotta have fun whatever you're doing. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into the second topic. And the second topic that I have for today's episode is way off of what we were just talking about. But what I've been seeing lately, all on social media, it might even be on the news. I'm pretty sure your grandma and grandpa already seen it and stuff like that. But as you may know, COVID itself has gone into craziness as well with all the other stuff that goes into dealing with COVID, such as we have, from what I know of right now, we have 3 states. Yes, we have 3 states out of 50 that are right now requiring you to have a vaccine card and basically to have this card to show proof that you got the vaccine from COVID and you're able to go inside my building, you're able to buy my stuff, you're able to go into all these places if you have your vaccine card. If you do not have your vaccine card, you're going to be shit out of luck. You can't do anything with it. So there's a lot of stuff to be talked about with this specific topic. But like I said today, we're not going to get into details about that because it's going to lead into next week's episode, because that whole little theory and the fact that we already have 3 states, well, technically 2, but the third state is like trying to talk into getting into it. And the states that we're talking about is, one is New York. Everybody already knows that. One is New York. The most recent one is Louisiana. And then now I heard Cali is trying to talk about doing the same exact thing. So the reason why I bring this up is because next week is going to be some hot bowling stuff in the pot. You know, it's going to be a very, very interesting topic for next week. So, and I just felt like this topic is important to me because I haven't really been talking about politics lately because I've been trying to avoid it. But I think it's time to, get back in the mixture, stuff like that. So I just feel like, man, we're heading in the direction where we shouldn't be going. Like, obviously everybody wants COVID to end. Everybody wants things to be back to normal, which the state that I live in, which is Texas, is a little bit more freedom than a lot more other places. But a lot of people are getting tired of dealing with this whole COVID stuff. People just want to, enjoy their life and stop, either wearing a mask or dealing with the whole vaccine stuff or just all this promotion of it, even talking about it, like the Delta variant that's out. Like, it's just stressful. A lot of people have been dealing with this for like 2 years now. So I mean, for the states it's like requiring this stuff, it just kind of blows my mind because I'm thinking about the middle class. I'm thinking about the short end stick of the people. You know what I mean? The people who get the shit end of the stick. I'm not really thinking about Target, Walmart. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about, like, the small businesses. These businesses, they need money. They've been dealing with COVID since the beginning. And everybody knows what happened in the beginning of COVID. Like, everything was shut down. People wasn't making money. People losing jobs. Like, it's still like that to this day that we speak, talking about it. Like, it's still going on. Like, and the fact that, like, these states want to do that, then that doesn't help out small businesses or people who's trying to start something for themselves. Like, these people need money. They don't. Like, and a lot of people aren't going to have the vaccine card. A lot of people are not going to get the vaccine shot. A lot of people are not going to just do these things because people just want to enjoy their life and they don't want to be forced to do something that they don't feel comfortable about. Like, you should have in the United States of America, you should have the right to do whatever it is that you want to do. You have the decision to make whatever decision that you want to make. If you want to say no, you more than welcome to say no. If you want to say yes, then you're more than welcome to say yes. But the fact that we are living in this world where people are judging you, or they're calling you anti-vaxxers, or they're saying this and that and the wolf about you just because you have a different answer from them is completely insane, and it bothers me. It bothers me because I don't know where exactly the future is going to lead us to. So, I mean, it's crazy to think that we have states now requiring this stuff for people to even just come in and shop or do whatever. You can't do anything until you have to have a vaccine card to go to a restaurant, bro. To actually sit down and eat at a restaurant, which is it's mind blowing that we're just leading this into this way. So yeah, I don't really 100% agree with it, and I just feel like more states now are gonna want to try to do this. I'm not too sure about Texas because the way Texas has been going so far, but I mean it's just absolutely mind blowing and crazy to me that this is happening. And a lot of people are actually dealing with this stuff. I can only imagine how it is in New York and now in Louisiana, which is one of the most tourist spots to be in. So I don't know how that's gonna work or how. I mean, we're just gonna have to sit back and see on how all this stuff is gonna play out. But I mean, it's crazy to think that we're still dealing with COVID after we've been dealing with COVID for almost like 2 years now. So it's crazy. A lot of people want COVID to go away, but it's just like viruses don't go away. They stick around for the long run, and they just die out eventually. So it's just crazy how everything's happening and putting into place with the cancel culture crowd and like everybody that doesn't. If you don't agree with this and that, I can't talk to you, or you're this that. It's just too much, and I think people are kind of going insane over this stuff, and I think it needs to improve in a lot of ways. I mean, you can start from the beginning of how it even started, but those are the two topics that I have for today's episode, man. The second topic that I talk about, which is the COVID vaccine card, and how states are requiring that now. That's going to actually lead into next week's episode, and we're going to get more into depth about the COVID stuff and the whole like politics side of it and all the whole 9 yards. You guys will see how it goes. It'll be dope and it'll be super amazing. If you guys are just tuning in on YouTube or Facebook Live, man, the topics that we talked for today are, we talked about giving yourself the space that you need to recover and then to enjoy your life and have fun. And the second topic that we talked about is COVID vaccine card that all the states, not all the states, just 2 states right now that are requiring people to use to get inside buildings, to eat, to shop, whatever it is that you want to do. You are required now to have a vaccine card to do that. And it's going to lead into next week, like I keep saying. But that's all I have for today, guys. I will see you guys next week. It feels super, super great to be back on the mic, man. I feel absolutely amazing. I might look a little skinny or something like that. I lost like 12 pounds in the whole mix of everything. But I feel great. So thank you, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and comment. Also share. Thank you guys. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like and share on Facebook as well. Your boy Onte is back in this thing, man, and I feel amazing. Episode 34 is done. Episode 35 will be next week. Appreciate you guys, man. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.